Just Ben Herrera is asking, what religious mythology do you find most entertaining? I love Mayan mythology. It's so edgy yet wacky. LOL. I need to learn more about Mayan or Central and South American mythology, to be honest. Um, the names are very intimidating. I'm gonna be honest, because I'm like, I don't even know how to pronounce that. But I've been really into Hindu mythology recently, mainly because my entire life that was like strictly forbidden, as a Catholic, like showing interest in that, like that's bad. Um, so I really don't. I'm learning so much more about that. I find Shinto mythology so interesting. I think I love Shintoism. So interesting. Just the symbolism of it all is so interesting. And I mean, just historically, like as a kid, I was always fascinated with Greek mythology, but now I'm expanding my horizons. I want to learn more about like Persian mythology too.
Yeah, actually, one thing that frustrates me is the lack of knowledge around the relationship between the Pi religions in accessible format for us lay people. Like a
Yeah.
lot of the relationship between Zoroastrianism and Hinduism, you know, through you know through the evolution of language, figuring that out seems like there's so much there that I'm ignorant to. Frustrates the heck out of me that I don't know that. So that is something that I hope one day I could learn more about. Right now, I am looking more into learning about um, the relationship between Jewish mythology and what came before it. It fascinates me. But I find really fascinating about is the how Jewish mythology evolved.
Mm.
There's two reasons. There's actually three reasons why I find that fascinating right now, among everything else. First is because I find it frustrating because I'm so curious about early Islamic history, and the lack of scholarly analysis on that compared to biblical history makes us have constantly have to wait for people to come up with new scholarly work on this. And I just can't it makes me feel like, when one season finishes and then you have to wait like 2 years for the next season to come, and I wish I just discovered this show once the whole 5 seasons was out. Like that's what I feel like when it comes to Islamic early history. But that's why when I look at Judaism, it seems like it's already all the 5 seasons are out. Right, you know what I mean?
Hey guys, if you're a fan of blasphemy and sexy Kali, like me, then that means that you probably want more blasphemous art. Well, I have good news for you. If you subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below, then you get a free booklet of some of the tastiest blasphemous art available today. So, if you want some of this delicious blasphemy, and we're so generous that we update it for you guys weekly for free, all you have to do is sign up for our newsletter below. You can also go to blasphemousart.com/ebook. That's blasphemousart.com/ebook. Sign up with your email, and you get free gifts of this tasty blasphemy. What could be better? So make sure you sign up. Link below. Now you can
Like,
just binge it.
yeah, and basically I could just right now I'm like in the process of binge watching early Jewish history, because the work has already been
Mm-hmm.
done. Not only the scholarly work has already been done, the more consumable versions of that scholarly work has now been out there in so much easier way for us to learn, which is fascinating. So going into that world, it just seems like I'm binge watching something that's already been there. So that's one reason I like it the more. Another reason why I like it more is because you can see the evolution of it and the effects of Egyptian mythology, early Mesopotamian religions, effects on Judaism, and the effect of Zoroastrianism on Judaism. So you see three major sources and Canaanites, right? So Canaanites, the Assyrians, the Zoroastrians, and the Egyptians, and all of these impacts on Judaism. So that's the second reason why I like them. And the third reason why I like them is because everything we know about our world today eventually has somehow come into contact to these ideas, right? So the world as we know it today, at least a lot of the world as we know it today, is under Islam and Christianity, which all have ties to Judaism. So these ideas that were used to be early Jewish mythology, you could see it coming out in so many different ways, and so many. Like, let me just tell you something so very cool. Yesterday was like I was studying this stuff. I was like learning about Jesus's exorcism, right? And the practice of exorcism in some point of Jewish history required. Early Jewish history didn't have exorcism, but at some point, the concept of trying to scare demons away required the demons identifying themselves, their name,
Mhm.
right? This is pre-Christian exorcism, right? And you see that Jesus was more famous early as a healer and an exorcist more than the Son of God. Like the idea of Jesus becoming the Son of God or God himself was a later invention. If the cult of Christianity didn't evolve, Jesus would probably been known as a Jewish healer and exorcist rather than a prophet or a god. That's what he would have been famous for, right?
That's pretty
But
badass.
yeah, so but Jesus as an exorcist, we can see that when he was, one of his most famous exorcisms was the story that people are familiar with, when he took the demons and put them in the pigs, and the pigs jumped into the sea and they died, right? And Jesus did the same. This is very interesting. I'm sorry, I have to mention this here. Okay, this is pretty cool. He asked the demons for their name, right? And what did the demons reply? Do you know what their name was?
No.
Legion. Okay. What is legion? The legion is the name of Roman, a certain number of Roman soldiers, right?
Like it's like
a
an
group.
army thing.
Like it's an army unit used by Romans, right? So the demons identifying themselves as legion was a metaphor. It's an anti-colonial message.
Oh, snap.
Because the Jews at that time were living under Roman colonialism. And this is a message about pushing the Romans into the Mediterranean Sea. This is an anti-colonial message. Like, I don't know how many people know that. God. This is so cool. Isn't this amazing? Yeah. Anyways, I think that's fantastic. I think that just blew my mind.
Hey guys, YouTube has fully demonetized our channel for supposedly hateful and harmful conduct, without telling us what we did wrong. If we get to 1,000 patrons, we will be able to keep paying all our team, our editors, our artists, without ever having to worry about monetization again, which would be amazing. Yay! So please support Atheist Republic on Patreon. Link in the description below.